Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Branson's World, and today I'm talking about a movie called Mercy. Now, this has Chris Pratt in it. Imagine all of a sudden you wake up in a chair and you're tied. Well, not really tied. You have these bolts on and you can't move your feet, and all these screens are around you. And the judge, Mercy, comes out, and it's like a big head, but it's an artificial intelligence called Mercy. So in the future, this judge has all the cameras all around the world and can analyze all documents and everything. It's a massive computer. And all of a sudden, Chris Pratt wakes up and he's not sure why he's there. Now, Mercy has the right to kill him. Execution, ejection, gone. So all of a sudden, she's like, you killed your wife. 88% or 98%, very high percentage that you killed your wife. You have to prove to me with a reasonable doubt that you didn't kill your wife. And you have all the access to all the computers and everything. You don't need, like a restraining order. I mean, a restraining order. You don't need permission. You can look at any file, anything you want to prove your innocence. You have the right to do that. You have an hour and a half. So that was intense. And I liked the mystery. I liked everything about that. But what I didn't like about it, because all these screens are around like that, it was very flashy. Like when he called somebody, Mercy had to say, if you don't answer correctly or lie in any way, if you're caught lying, you could be assassinated. Well, not assassinated, but you can be judged and then have a death penalty. A death penalty. I don't know why I couldn't say that. You would have the death penalty. So he could call all these people and try to figure out who killed his wife using cameras and angles and all that. And it did. It really looked like he did it as he was looking into it, because he couldn't remember the night before because he was drinking too much. He went in, argued with his wife. Someone else came in the house and the wife was dead. And it showed on the camera that no one else was around. So he had to figure out this mystery. That was good. And Chris Pratt is a great actor. I liked that. But what I didn't like is the flashiness. Like, it was like, I preferred it to be kind of like a holodeck where he's sitting in the chair and they kind of like reconstruct the day that he had that was in his mind. That would have been kind of cool, but they didn't go that route because there were some great scenes where the holodeck scene was there, and that would have been better throughout the whole movie because it wouldn't have been like flashy, because it was getting to me. I was actually going to leave, but I wanted to know the mystery. I was starting to get a headache. And I also know many other people that would probably wouldn't be able to watch it because they'd take seizures. So it's a shame because in general, it is a good movie, even so it's getting bad reviews. I think it's a 6.9 on IMDb, and Rotten Tomatoes is very low. I just can't remember it right now. But there's other great actors in here that actually surprised me, and even the woman who played the judge, Mercy, the artificial intelligence, I couldn't recognize who she was, so I'm just not going to say her name because when I realized who it was, I was like, oh, it's her. Okay. I liked the concept, but I just wish it should have been executed better, where I wouldn't have got a headache. Other than that, I give it, I can only really give it a 6 out of 10. Overall, I would have, it would have been better if they did it slightly differently than that, or he was allowed to be not in the chair, and maybe kind of like in this room, and they could just gas the room after an hour and a half or something, or they allow him to go and he had something around his neck that if he took off, all of a sudden he would die. So he would have more access out in the real world to prove his innocence within a couple hours. That might have been better. But overall, I give it a 6 out of 10. It's a fun watch, interesting mystery, great actors, and it was a fun movie. It's just besides the little headache I got afterwards. All right, everyone. Bye for now. Have an incredible day. Thank you again for watching. And check out my other movie reviews, food reviews, even tours, and much more. Bye for now and have an incredible day.